We are launching the biggest, best value in 20 years. In 20 years, you have never seen what's about to happen with coenzyme Q10. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to absolutely blow your mind when you see what Andrew has done with his incredible coenzyme Q10 formula.
In 32 years, I think I was the first to bring CoQ10 to America.
For sure.
In 32 years of offering CoQ10, this isn't a little bit the best price ever. It is the best price ever. Better than 1984, better than the 1980s or 90s, and also tonight. Because I didn't do a vitamin D Today special this year, whatever you choose in your CoQ10, you can get added vitamin D in each capsule at no extra charge. Price is the same.
Here we go.
And Lincoln's watering on the stage here.
He is too.
So vitamin K2 MK7. It's something, and that's why I'm wearing the yellow tie for CoQ10, by the way. But vitamin K2 MK7.
Oh, I didn't get the memo.
Most folks, sorry, you're not wearing your yellow tie. You could have worn like yellow jewelry or something.
Match the vitamins.
Yes.
Okay, tomorrow I'll figure that out. Okay.
Color coordinated vitamins.
Digress.
But vitamin K2 MK7, it's something that most folks don't know about. You do a little research, you'll find out how important it is. The reason why we're talking about it after we talk about calcium magnesium is because in our body, of course, calcium and magnesium play a critical role, the principal minerals in our bones, and also principal electrolytes that have a function, a movement function in all the cells in our body. So we have to have calcium magnesium not only concentrated in the structure of our bones, but it's part of the contracting mechanism in our muscles. So calcium and magnesium are absolutely essential, but we want the calcium and magnesium to be doing its proper job. We don't want things, say, calcifying, that, like, say, arteries or other tissues in our body. And that's what vitamin K2 MK7 does. Biochemically, physiologically, it really acts, as I like to describe it, as sort of a traffic officer. It directs the calcium to the places where it's supposed to be and ensures that it doesn't end up inappropriately where we don't want it to be. It's something that the more you learn about it, the more you read about it. As I say, if you take calcium, you must have vitamin D to absorb it. But if you take calcium, and we all should be taking calcium, we should have vitamin K2 MK7 to ensure that we get the greatest benefits from that calcium without getting any adverse or negative effects from that calcium.
Let me show you what the choices are for the anniversary. We have 3 sizes, and of course everything at very special anniversary pricing, including a 60 cap, a 180, or a 360 cap. Here's where the pricing normally is. Check out the value today. I mean, my goodness, you can see you're saving $30 off if you go for the 360. This is a great, it's one of the best values we've had on the vitamin K2 MK7 complex. Another one that is a big customer pick if you want to go check that out on hsn.com. The best part about this is that you have a chance to order a vitamin. Again, what Andrew was saying about CoQ10 and in general, Andrew helped put a lot of these vitamins and a lot of these ingredients on the map. He's been manufacturing vitamins for well over 3 decades. He's been talking about vitamins on television for well over 2 decades. And over the years, more and more people have really come to rely on him, not only for all the great knowledge, but because the truth of the matter is, there is no better way. We are in the facility where Andrew manufactures these vitamins. This is state of the art. There is no better possible way to manufacture vitamins than the way Andrew Lessman does it. And that's why I think it's so unique in the world of vitamins, what Andrew does. It really is special, and a special opportunity for all of us to get to hear directly from the person who owns the company, who does the research, pores over the research to be sure that we are getting the proper amounts of the ingredients, the best quality of ingredients, and this is just a prime example of that. It might be something that a lot of us would never even have learned about until you decided that this was important to educate everybody about the benefits of these ingredients.
It's funny, I hate to sound cynical, but oftentimes I say if this was a very expensive prescription drug, we would have all heard about it given the role that it plays in our body. But natural ingredients have powerful roles. They play, vitamin K2 plays an extremely powerful role in the way our body uses calcium. And calcium is one of those essential minerals, not just in the structure of our bones, but in the functioning of every single cell in our body. We find sodium, we find potassium, we find calcium, we find magnesium. Our body has to manage those minerals so they benefit us. We understand about sodium and how sodium is absolutely essential for the functioning and the living of every cell. In order to be alive, must have some sodium in it. It's part of the very mechanisms that allow those cells to function. But at inappropriate levels, the sodium becomes problematic. And the same can happen with calcium in terms of its finding itself in locations that we don't want it to go to. And that's what I've said before, that vitamin K2 acts sort of as that calcium police officer, that traffic cop that ensures that it goes where it's supposed to go and doesn't go where it's not supposed to go. And I just was going to read a few charts here. First one, so glad this product is in your line, Andrew. I have severe osteoporosis, and mind you, this is not a cure, treatment, prevention for osteoporosis, osteopenia. Calcium, vitamin D are foundational for any of those issues. My doctor suggested that I include vitamin K2 with MK7 along with my daily calcium, vitamin D3, and magnesium. That's exactly what I would recommend. And of course, any other therapy your doctor recommends as well, or treatment. This is a tiny spherical capsule that is easy to swallow. Keep up the good work, Andrew. You are helping me to build stronger bones. I love the once daily dose for K2. And it actually is just one capsule daily. I'm impressed with the research on this. It assists the calcium to go to the bones instead of calcification in the blood vessels. Someone's reading the research. It needs to be taken with adequate amounts of vitamin A and D. Actually, not vitamin A, adequate amounts of vitamin D. Right. You don't want to be taking preformed vitamin A, because preformed vitamin A actually undermines skeletal health. Okay. So if you're going to be taking vitamin A, you take it in the form of natural beta carotene or natural alpha carotene, but not as what's called preformed vitamin A. Unfortunately, you still find preformed vitamin A in the mass market vitamin supplements, but you'll never see it in any of mine. Quickly, one more. Need help for my bones. I went to have a bone density test at age 50, and my thigh bones may break off their own accord in 5 years' time. I had a prescription tablet from my doctor, and she recommended calcium and vitamin D2. A few days ago, later, Andrew Lessman had a show offering calcium magnesium intensive care and vitamin D3 in a combination set. Ordered that, and trusting Andrew with all my supplements, I ordered the vitamin K2 also. Just need as much help as possible with my bone density. Thanks, Andrew. And again, wow, you follow your doctor's guidance, of course, but in terms of the natural components and the natural parts of our diet that support bone health, like vitamin D, and calcium can't be absorbed without it, and vitamin K2, MK7, that ensures that calcium is going to be optimally, maximally used.
Beautiful. Okay, we're going to continue to take your calls here. We promised you a variety, and that's exactly what's happening in this hour, so we're going to scoot on over. And